you're in a back pool, it takes forever for that to clear. It's got a good signal, so we'll see what it is. Right there. I wonder if that did okay in that water. I can see it, it's lead. It's right there. Not sure what it is. Let's find out. Yeah, I can see it's lead. Okay. Ah. Okay. Type 3. Looks like cleaner bullet. Some of the zinc plugs still left in it. Now that's cool. There's another one. Right there in that water. See it? Right there. Alrighty. Let's see what it is. Enfield. It's an Enfield. Yep. All right. Was 90 yesterday, and I found this digging down that hole there. Scabbard tip finial. That's pretty cool. Nice one. Now, wonder if the rest of it's in there. Let's find out. Set that there. Let's try this. Came in at 13 on the Equinox. About like buttons. So, that's it. I don't think there's any more. Just the tip. This hole, I found this little itty bitty, looks like a change purse or purse catch or something. It's old. You can see where it came through it and pulled up. That's old.
June 20th, 2020. We are here at the beautiful Henderson Hall Plantation in Boaz, West Virginia. And this is the West Virginia celebration for the birthday. I've been asked to come here and give a quick little talk on some of the local history here concerning the Williamstown and Boaz area and the Marietta area during the Civil War, and how it tied in with General McClellan and some of the movements towards Parkersburg, and then later over towards Rich Mountain. And I've brought some of my guns here today, and I'll go ahead and show these to you real quick. This is an Austrian rifle. It was made by Anna Osterland, and there's a whole neat story about her and this gun, and I'm not going to go into it right now, but there is an Austrian bayonet and the scabbard. This is a Harper's Ferry, and you'll have to forgive me, I've forgotten the date on that one. Another Harper's Ferry. This one was actually carried by a man over here in Harmer Village outside of Marietta. He had belonged to the 19th Iowa, and this gun saw action in the Trans-Mississippi. This is a real neat story on this one. His name was John Hildreth Judd. He was the grandson of the famous John Hildreth, politician and historian there over in Ohio and from Washington County. This gun right here, this is like our French Foreign Legion during the Civil War. It's the 39th New York Infantry Regiment, and it belonged to a gentleman by the name of Frederick Blackburn of Company A, 39th New York State Infantry Volunteers. This one right here is one of the famous Ohio 600. You can see right there, and I don't know if you can see because of the shadows, but the word Ohio and the eagle there. These were purchased from the Emperor of Brazil, who had gone bankrupt, and 600 of these were purchased right at the beginning of the Civil War This is a rare variation. It has had the lug for the bayonet cut off. There's a few of the books I wrote. This one right here, this is a captured Yankee sword that was taken to the Confederate Ordnance Department. And I'll try to hold this so you can see it, but you can see they stamped it there with the stars for the Confederate flag. A 1896 pattern light cavalry saber, British. This was found in a barn in Kentucky. Battlefield pickup. This is 1862. This is a Ames artillery saber. It has had the grip replaced during the war. 1840 heavy cavalry saber called the wrist breaker. This one was actually used by a member of the 14th Pennsylvania Cavalry. Another 1840 wrist breaker right here. An 1821 pattern cavalry officer saber. This one right here, it was just as black as coal until I cleaned it up, and I don't know if you can see the eagle and some of the fancy writing, but you can see US on the other side, some scroll work. This one's kind of interesting because this one was sent, it's kind of a special one. It's an 1840s militia sword, but it has the 1821 French Guard on it, and that makes it kind of unusual and rare. This was, I believe, a horseman sword. Of course, the ever famous 1830s, 1850s infantry NCO sword. Here's an NCO sword that belonged to a guy in the 2nd West Virginia Mounted Infantry, which later became the 5th West Virginia Cavalry. An 1850s infantry officer sword. Take a look at that, real nice floral pattern there. And this one is pretty much worn, but you can see an eagle, the scroll E pluribus unum, some fancy work. The US right, well, I can't hold it in there, right there where my finger's pointing. A infantry bugle, a pair of cymbals that the musicians used. A Sharps and Hankins. This is a Marine Corps type gun, and I'm not going to go into too much on that one, the history. If you want to look that up, it's a Sharp and Hankins. This is the old-time horse pistol. It's got the rammer attached, and it just swivels back. A Liffa-La-Chaux. This is a pinfire gun that was used in the Civil War. That's an officer's model. It's missing the lanyard, and it's got some mechanical issue problems. A double action Star revolver, and of course the one that matches it is this Star carbine right here, but we'll talk about that in a minute. A Whitney revolver with 4 hashes on it. These are kills. This one had catastrophic failure, and thank heaven the soldier who was using it realized it. It's cracked across the back strap. A Smith carbine. Merrill carbine right here. Cosmopolitan, or the Union carbine. A Joslin carbine. This one's ID'd to a fellow by the name of John Pride of Company F, 4th Indiana Cavalry. A early Maynard carbine, which was found down in a barn in Kentucky, and it's in really bad shape. Burnside carbine. Once again, the Star carbine. And a Gallagher carbine. So there's a quick run through on all the items there on the table that folks are going to be able to look at today. And look here what I found. You see it right there? Look at that.
There it is.
Isn't that a nice one? It's a 58, lightly fired, but there she is, by golly. Dug this hole, got this under this root, and as I was digging, I had trouble with it, and finally pulled this out, and look here. I don't know what this is. I can't quite tell. I think it's a 58, I'm not for sure. Boy, I'm going to have to clean that up, and give me just a second here. We'll shake it on my trousers here, my pants, and see what we've got. Get this in some sunlight here. Yeah, you can see the 3 rings, but man, look at that. Look how that's been rammed. That son of a gun is all distorted on the top there.
Okay, about 6 inches deep, found this Looks like 19, I can't see it, don't have my magnifying glass. Looks like a 1915 or 16 Wheatie. Nice and green. I like it.